Welcome to episode 98, where we dive deep into Robert Greene's The Laws of Human Nature. Throughout history, each generation has played a key role in shaping the world they live in. Major changes in society often stem from new ideas, attitudes, and values introduced by younger generations who want to move away from the past and build something new. This episode will explore how the French Revolution serves as an example of generational change, focusing on two key figures, King Louis XVI and Georges-Jacques Danton. Both men represent different ways of dealing with societal change, one holding tightly to the past, and the other pushing forward into an uncertain future. Every generation grows up with certain beliefs and values that shape the way they see the world. Over time, they often start to question these beliefs and try to establish new ideas that better fit their experiences. This process is crucial for societal change, as it often leads to progress and new ways of thinking. During the French Revolution, the younger generation had grown tired of the old systems that had controlled France for centuries. The monarchy, led by King Louis XVI, was rooted in tradition and power, but it had become outdated. The new generation, influenced by the Enlightenment, wanted more equality and freedom. They saw the monarchy as an oppressive system that kept most people in poverty, while the king and nobility lived in luxury. This clash between the old and new ways of thinking is something that happens in all societies. Young people often question the rules they've grown up with and seek to create something better. While this generational shift can take many years, it often reaches a tipping point where change becomes inevitable. This is exactly what happened in France in the late 18th century. King Louis XVI symbolizes the old order that was being challenged by the revolution. He believed that kings were chosen by God and that his authority was absolute. This belief was reinforced by the many traditions and ceremonies that surrounded the monarchy. The French people were expected to view their king as a divine figure who had the right to rule over them. Louis XVI's problem was that he failed to see how much the world around him was changing. While he clung to these old beliefs, the people of France were growing increasingly frustrated. The country was in financial trouble, and many were struggling to afford basic necessities like food. Enlightenment thinkers had been spreading new ideas about democracy and equality, and the younger generation was eager for change. Louis, however, remained blind to these changes. He continued to believe that the monarchy would last forever, that his role as king was secure, and that the people would always respect him. His refusal to adapt to the new political and social realities ultimately led to his downfall. The French Revolution swept away the monarchy, and Louis XVI was executed, marking the end of centuries of royal rule in France. In contrast to King Louis XVI, Georges-Jacques Danton was a man who understood the changes happening in society and knew how to seize the moment. Danton came from a modest background, but he quickly rose to prominence during the Revolution because of his ability to connect with the people. He was a passionate speaker, and his fiery speeches inspired many to join the revolutionary cause. Danton had a keen sense of where society was headed. He recognized that the old ways of doing things were no longer working, and that the monarchy had lost its power to inspire and lead. While Louis XVI remained stuck in the past, Danton understood that the future belonged to those who could embrace change. He became one of the leading voices of the revolution, helping to guide France through one of the most tumultuous periods in its history. However, Danton's role in the revolution was not without controversy. He was a key figure in the Reign of Terror, a period of extreme violence during which thousands of people were executed for being enemies of the revolution. Danton initially supported this violence, believing it was necessary to protect the revolution from its enemies. But as time went on, he became more and more uncomfortable with the bloodshed. Eventually, this shift in his views made him a target of the more radical revolutionaries, and he too was executed. The French Revolution teaches us an important lesson about how societies change over time. History is not static. It is constantly moving, much like a river. Some people, like King Louis XVI, try to hold on to the past and resist change, but they are often swept away by the current. Others, like Danton, recognize the direction in which society is moving and ride the wave of change. This process of generational change happens all the time. Younger generations often see the world differently from their elders. They question the rules and traditions that they inherit and try to shape society in a way that makes more sense to them. These changes might be slow at first, but they can quickly gain momentum and lead to significant societal shifts. One of the key lessons from the French Revolution is that those who fail to adapt to changing times will likely be left behind. King Louis XVI's inability to see the growing discontent among the French people cost him his throne and ultimately his life. On the other hand, Danton's ability to understand and act on the desires of the people helped him rise to power, even if his leadership also ended tragically. The story of the French Revolution is a powerful example of how generational shifts can reshape society. King Louis XVI's failure to adapt to the changing mood of the French people shows the dangers of clinging to outdated ideas and traditions. Meanwhile, Georges-Jacques Danton's rise to prominence highlights the opportunities that come from recognizing and embracing change, even though his story also serves as a warning about the dangers of revolutionary zeal. In the end, history is always moving forward, and each generation brings new ideas and perspectives that shape the future. Those who are too focused on preserving the past may find themselves swept away by the tide of change, while those who can sense where society is headed may play a crucial role in shaping the world. The French Revolution serves as a reminder that the forces of change are always at work, and it is up to each generation to decide how to respond. We're currently accepting support through likes on our video, which motivate us to create top-quality content just for you. If you find something relatable, please share your thoughts and personal experiences in the comments. Your insights could be valuable to others. Also, make it a daily habit to learn something new. The content you consume feeds your mind, so be intentional about it. Without careful choice, algorithms might shape your thoughts for you, so stay mindful. Finally, don't forget to subscribe.